Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Ram 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Radhe
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
जय
Krishna
श्री
Ram
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु
Krishna
नित्यानंद
Krishna
श्री
Krishna Krishna
अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is 18th of February, it's Sunday. It is Magha Masa or Madhava Masa, Shukla Paksham and the Dasimi Tithi. So we are coming nearer to Ekadashi. So tomorrow is Ekadashi, but we are fasting on Dwadasi day. So just to be alert for the Ekadashi. And from the events perspective, so today is the disappearance day of Sri Ramanujacharya, Acharya in the Sri Sampradaya. We shall read a few lines about Prabhupada's information from this concept. So today it is given by Giriraj Swami as well. So today is the disappearance anniversary of Sripad Ramanujacharya, the principal Acharya in the Sri or Lakshmi Sampradaya. In a letter dated November 22, 1974, Srila Prabhupada wrote, "We find great shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Ramanujacharya because his lotus feet are the strongest fort to combat the Mayavadi philosophy. And in the early days of ISKCON in India, before we had Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is in Hindi, Prabhupada would refer people to read the Hindi edition of the Gita with Sri Ramanujacharya's commentary. Srila Prabhupada often told a story about Sri Ramanujacharya's merciful, compassionate nature as he related it in Ahmedabad in 1972. The servants of Krishna take all this for Krishna's sake, just like Ramanujacharya. Sri Ramanujacharya's spiritual master said, "My dear son, the mantra which I am giving you, chant silently and you will be delivered. It is so powerful. Don't chant this mantra loudly so others can hear." Ramanujacharya thought, if this mantra is so powerful that if others hear it, they will also be delivered, then why not? He immediately went to the market and began to chant the mantra. So his spiritual master became very angry. But that I told you not to chant loudly, so that others may not hear. And Ramanujacharya replied, My lordship, I have done offense unto you. That's all right. For this I am prepared to go to hell. But if this mantra is so powerful, I must speak it to everyone. In this mode, following in the footsteps of Sripad Ramanujacharya, Srila Prabhupada broadcast the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita everywhere to everyone. We pray and aspire to follow in their footsteps. Sri Ramanujacharya's Jai. So that is the magnanimous nature of Acharyas. They are compassionate to all the living entities. Okay, that is from the events perspective. So we shall move on to Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj and encouraging him. So he has got 7 days and he is giving some information. So to encourage Parikshit, saying that what is the need of living so many years unnecessarily? Even a muhurta time is sufficient, just like a Katvanga Rishi, Katvanga Rajashi. Kim pramatyasya bahubihi parokshaihi hainaihi varam muhurtam viditam gatate shreyase yataha कट्वांगो नाम राजर्षिः ज्ञात्वा इयत्ताम् इह आयुषः मुहूर्तात् मुहूर्तात् सर्वम् उत्सृज्य गतवान् अभयं हरिम्. So within a muhurta time, he completely renounced everything, and then he took the shelter of the lotus feet of Hari. Gatavan Abhayam Harim, and he attained the perfection of human life. Gatavan Abhayam Harim. So now he is encouraging Parikshit. So you have got 7 days, O Parikshit Maharaj. You have got 7 days, O descendant of Kauravas. So now whatever needs to be done for your next life to attain the perfection of human life or to get a spiritual body, enter into the spiritual abode. So you carry out performing those duties. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is encouraging Parikshit. So he also said, like, I'm going to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, which I have received from my father. So now you engage yourself in hearing and glorifying Krishna Katha. So likewise, he is encouraging. We are in the second canto, chapter 1, verse number 14. तवापि एतर्हि कौरव्या सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः उपकल्पय तत्सर्वं तावत् साम्प्रदायिकम् तावद्यत् साम्प्रदायिकम्. So he is saying, Tava api etarhi kauravya, O descendant of Kauravas, O King Parikshit. So you also, Tava, you also api etarhi. So you also, in the similar way, Saptaham Jivitavadihi. You have got 7 days, Saptaham, 7 days, Jivita Avadihi. So you left over of 7 days in your life, Jivita Avadihi, Upakalpayas Tatsarvam, and you perform Upakalpaya Tatsarvam. Get them performed of Tatsarvam, whatever needs to be done, everything. Upakalpaya Tatsarvam. Tavad yat Samparayakam. Tavadyat Samparayakam. What is Samparayakam? Rituals to be performed for the next life. So whatever needs to be done, you do everything that are required for the next life. What needs to be done? Just Ante Narayana Smritihi. That is the only thing needed for the next life. So now Sukadeva Goswami also said that I am going to recite that Srimad Bhagavatam before. Now here encouraging Parikshit to ask and inquire more about, to hear and glorify, chant loudly everything about Krishna. Likewise, he is encouraging. तवापि एतर्हि कौरव्य सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः उपकल्पय तत्सर्वं तावद्यत् साम्प्रदायिकम्. So translation for this verse. Maharaja Parikshit, now your duration of life is limited to 7 more days. So during this time, you can perform all those rituals which are needed for the best purpose of your next life. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Malati Mataji? I think Mataji cannot hear us, or we can't hear Mataji as well. She is not available on audio. Can I request Rasalela Mataji? Would you like to read purport?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. I will be waiting. Sukdev Goswami, after reciting the example of Maharaj Khatwang, who prepared himself for the next life within a very short time, encouraged Maharaj Parikshit by saying that since he still had 7 days at his disposal, he could easily take advantage of the time to prepare himself for the next life. Indirectly, the Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit that he should take shelter of the sound representation of the Lord for the 7 days still remaining in the duration of his life and thus get himself liberated. In other words, everyone can best prepare himself for the next life simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam as it was recited by Shukdev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. The rituals are not formal, but there are also some favorable conditions which are required to be carried out as instructed hereafter. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Done.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So in this purport, Prabhupada is mentioning, so like Maharaja Katwang, he prepared himself for the next life, and King Parikshit, you also have got 7 more days. So you have got enough time, and you can perform all things required for next life. But when these 7 days would be coming in our life, and when this Muhurta time would come in our life, we do not know that one. We are not astrologers, or we do not predict. If we know it, then we will really come and realize we will live happily, because happily in the sense, devotees would live happily by hearing and glorifying Krishna. They do not attach to the material things anymore because they know. But in other way, people who are attached to the material, every moment they would not live peacefully. That is other way around. Here Prabhupada is suggesting it. So there are 7 days at his disposal. He could easily take advantage of the time to prepare himself for the next life. And also he is also indirectly saying, so he's what he said before that, I'm going to give that Srimad Bhagavatam, which I have Grihita Rajashi Akyarnam Yadaditavan. What is that? Uttama Shloka Leelaya. I have taken that one, and whoever hears, Tadaham Tad Aham Te Abhidasyami Mahapurishiko Bhavan. Yesya Sad Datamasu Syad Mukunde Matihsati Abhidasyami. Tad Aham Te Abhidasyami. I would give that one to you. I will recite, because you are the pure devotee of the Lord. And he is encouraging, and here encouraging the hearer to ask more questions. And also it is not only the speaker to voluntarily tell, but the hearer must be inquiring, I want to hear this. Please kindly explain these things. Please tell what it is this. Hearer may be already knowing all the katha already, but once again, for the auspiciousness and for the well-being of everyone else, that kind of questions needs to be raised, so that the topics of Krishna Katha will be revealed. Everyone will be benefited. Saunakadi sages, they also know Krishna Katha, but still they are inquiring from the Sudha Goswami. Maharaja Parikshit, since childhood, he was devotee of the Lord. What he doesn't know, he knows everything, but still he is asking. And Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami also encouraging Parikshit to ask more, and Parikshit is going to inquire later on. So this is for encouragement. To dialogue needs to be exchanged between the speaker and the hearer. So, and here Sukadeva Goswami is encouraging, and indirectly Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit that he should take shelter of the sound representation of the Lord for the 7 days still remaining in the duration of life, and thus get himself liberated. So that is the perfect way of life. In other words, everyone can best prepare himself for the next life simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, just as it was recited by Sukadeva Goswami. So, and the rituals are not formal, but there are also some favorable conditions which are required to be carried out as instructed hereafter. So, these are like Parikshit is a king, so he has to hand over his kingdom to his children. That was already done by the time when he comes to the Ganges river for the Prayopavesha. He has already done that thing. And now he is now prepared to hear and from hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami without taking food or water, anything else. Now he is completely situated. So that is very beautifully Prabhupada is saying here. Yet Samparayakam. So now we have got some energy in our body. Sometimes if we are thinking that we are speaking too much unnecessarily, we invest chanting loudly all that energy without going vain on the prajalpa or frivolous activities. Chant loudly, invest all the life energy into Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That would take us to the ultimate destination. Otherwise, we would stuck up here. And tomorrow we cannot speak. We cannot. Our tongue doesn't work when the time go. Kalavasham. Whenever the body is due to the time influence of the time, the body doesn't work. Each sense would drop its energy. So when the energy senses are strong, utilize everything, invest all the life energy into Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chant loudly, encourage all others, and whoever is taking, I also request dear devotees, whoever is taking every day, they for every 15 minutes, encourage everyone, chant loudly, say that word, chant loudly, and then keep continuing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So just that is a request. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami saying, Prabhupada is encouraging us as well here. Tavapi etarihi kauravya saptaham jivitavadihi upakalpaya tatsarvam tavad yat samparayakam. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall quickly move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Vrindavan Chandra, January 9th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request Meena Mataji?
Hare Krishna. My dear Vrindavan Chandra, please accept my blessing. I am in due receipt of your letter dated January 4, 1970 and noted the contents. The girl referred to is certainly very nice as I can understand from her letter, and she has sent me her beads for chanting, and Sabala has recommended to initiate her. So there are all good news. I am sending her the beads duly chanted, and her initiation name is Vrindavan Vidarbha Kanya. Vidarbha Kanya means the daughter of king of Vidarbha country, and she was married with Krishna, so her name is Vidarbha Kanya Dasi, the servant of Vidarbha Kanya. So I have got all approval of your marriage, both. So I have got all approval of marriage. Both Subala and yourself are fairly advanced in Krishna consciousness, and both of you can guide this nice girl to perfect Krishna consciousness. And when both of you are ready, you can go somewhere suitable place and open a branch there. There is my mission. Recently, Vaman Deva, along with his wife, has gone to St. Louis, and I am getting very encouraged later. So I do not say go immediately somewhere, but keep this idea with you, with your mind, and as soon as you find opportunity, do it. Subala is very sincere servant of Lord Krishna, and if you follow his example along with your wife, I am sure you will be benefited. I beg to acknowledge receipt here with a check for $50 and sent by Subala on behalf of the girl. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Yes, sir. So, here Prabhupada has given the girl recommended by Vrindavan Chandra. So he just said he has given initiation name to her and mala to chant and he was saying that just Vrindavan Chandra that you and your wife are doing very well and you're doing good and so and then he just explained about Vidarbha Kanya, what is the Vidarbha means, and then he explained about the Vidarbha is daughter of Vidarbha, daughter of King Vidarbha, and explain about more about that, and then said Prabhupada said that he has approval marriage with Vrindavan to marriage with Subala. And he said you both are doing very nice and Subala is very sincere girl and and you are doing very nice and so when you get opportunities so you can move different places and do the Krishnas work Krishnas. Yeah.
Hey Krishna, thank you, Mataji.
Benefited and then because she's very sincere girl and so if you follow with her then you will get benefited as well. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for summarizing this one. So Vrindavan Chandra and Vidarbha Kanya. So I think they are going to get married, and Prabhupada is saying, "I have got all approval of your marriage." And Subala is a other devotee, and
Sorry.
so that's why Prabhupada is sending the beads to Vrindavan Chandra for the Vidarbha Kanya. Okay, and also Subala is a different devotee, and Prabhupada is encouraging and by looking at their activities. And also this is encouraging to open a new center wherever they go. So such kind of encouraging news Prabhupada is receiving. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly summarizing these things. Any other comments, dear devotees?
I just want to this about this Parikshit, king of Parikshit. Even though he get cursed, but it's for him is benefited, isn't it? Like 7 days curse, so sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, devotees, they know that body is temporary. On one day it will fall down. So they're already attained such kind of knowledge, jnanam and vairagyam. Now, benediction is he knows that he has got 7 days left. Now he is preparing everything himself. It is, and also all the saintly people from different kinds of parts of the universe. They have appeared there in the nearer to Ganges River where Parikshit is there. Everything is auspicious.
And he was also fortunate that he got Sukhdev Maharaj and he encouraged that you get still 7 days and you can do this. So it's so good.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from the Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so coming Tuesday, it is preaching session with Smriti Kana Mataji. And thank you. Yesterday it was teachings of Lord Chaitanya. It got delayed, but we'll be keeping time compacted. We don't take too much time, so that the devotees will get next day opportunity. Next day, they will not be get tired as well for the japa sessions, and also everything will be compacted. And so today it is also Zoom account renewal. So once I look into the bank account and then transfer the Lakshmi to temple today. Not today, on Trayodasi day, whatever the leftover. Okay, those are updates. And also thank you so much everyone, and also requesting that devotees who are allocated for that day start the japa at 5:30. So kindly also you encourage everyone to chant loudly, everyone. And first you must be present at 5:30. Of course, devotees are all coming at 5:30 sharply. Whoever all, except one or two important devotees, they might have got very urgent work, so they could not be present. But yeah.
Sorry, Prabhuji. I started 5:30, but I was not sure what I have to do before
So
5.
as soon as 5:30, it doesn't matter if some devotees are already chanting. You start with Panchatattva mantra 3 times and then request everyone chant loudly, and then you chant loudly. Likewise, keep going on. And after 15 minutes, new devotees might be joining. Again, once again, remind, chant loudly, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Again, continue the Hare Krishna mantra. And likewise, 3 times in a 1 hour session, encouraging everyone. So that's what I request. And also, dear devotees, if unless there is a need to mute and chant or chant silently, a throat is paining, I wanted to chant silently. If I unmute it, my disturbances in my home will be visible to other devotees. Unless if you have got such kind of reasons, I request everyone to chant loudly, invest all the energy into the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is, Prabhupada is encouraging, like also Sri Ramanujacharya also doing the same thing, chant loudly. That is, our life energy is going to be there in the sound vibrations of Krishna. We are taking lotus feet of Nama Prabhu.
And like for the sound, it's so nice of him, even though he said don't start loud, like still he just go out and he said, I don't mind to go to hell. The things only saint can do. Like
Yes, Mataji, yeah. They are the Dena Vachana.
saint, yeah, for other.
They are compassionate souls. All the acharyas, compassionate. Thank you, Mataji. So, dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Otherwise, we will move on to the Ramayana for the reading. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we are in the Ramayana. Now, it is with the 3 chapters were completed with the sage Vishwamitra. So in the Vishwamitra has taken Ramchandra and Lakshmana along with him, and both Tataka was killed, and her son Subahu was killed, and Marichadima, he was thrown too far away from that place, and he fell very long distance, and then uh, he moved on. But however, his life was spared. Later on, the sacrifice was performed, and Vishwamitra, later on, he was taking Rama and Lakshmana to the Mithila Nagara. Oh, yeah, okay. So now, before we move on to the Ramayana, so we have got Shloka learning as well. Apologies. So just sometimes we, okay, yes. So today, the Shloka learning, we are in the first canto, chapter 2, and then verse number, it is 30. So last time we have Tayavalastvesheshu Guneshu Gunavadiva Antah Pravishtabhati Vijnanina Vijrumbitaha. So this verse we have recited, and now so Sutta Goswami, he is in the explaining how the Lord exists in this universe. So that he is explaining Yata hi avhito vahnihi dharushu ekaha swayonishu Nanayo bhati viswatma bhuteshu tata puman bhuteshu cha tata puman. So he is saying the Lord as super soul pervades all things just as fire permits wood, so he appears to be of many varieties, though he is the absolute one without a second. So likewise, Sutta Goswami is saying in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is the summary to all the Saunikadi sages. Yata hi avhito vahnihi darshu ekaha swayonishu naneo bhati viswatma bhuteshu cha tata puman. Can I request all the devotees? So here, yatahi avahito vahnihi darushu ekaha swayonishu naniva bhati viswatma bhuteshu cha tata puman. So Sutta Goswami is saying, can I request dear devotees to go in the alphabetical reverse order today? Usha Mataji, can I request to recite 3 times of this verse?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yatha hi avahito vahani darushu ekah swayonisu नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् यथा हि अवहितः वह्निः दारुषु एकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् यथा हि अवहितः वह्निः दारुषु एकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Sorry.
Very
Just,
beautifully.
yeah. First line is bit different.
Yeah, it is yatahi avahito
Avahito.
vahnihi.
Okay. यथा हि अवहितो वह्निः दारुषु स्वेकः स्वयोनिषु. Okay, thank you.
So here there is a V here in the combinedly whenever it is pronouncing. If you see the synonyms here, it is darushu. Just it is a darushu when we are darushu eka swayonishu when we are reading these words separately. But when we are doing combinedly, darushvekaha swayonishu, it goes combinedly. Darushvekaha swayonishu. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Saranya Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yada hi avahido vagnir darushu ekasvayonishu naneva bhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tada puman. Yada hi vahido vagnir darushu ekasvanoyishu नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तदा पुमान् यदा हि अवाहिदो वाग्निर्दारुष्व एकस्वनोयिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तदा पुमान्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you. Can I request Radha Sivka Mataji next?
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यथा हि अवितो वाणीर्दारुष्व अकः स्वयोनिषु नानेवा भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्। यथा हि अविहितो वाणीर्दारुष्व एकः स्वयोनिषु नानेवा भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्। यथा हि आवितो वाणीर्दारुष्व एकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्।
Hare Krishna. Very nicely recited, Mataji. Thank you so much. Next, can I request Meena Mataji?
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यथा व्यवहितो वाहि दारुस्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्। यथा व्यवहितो वाहि दारुस्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्। यथा व्यवहितो वाहि दारुस्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Can I request Malati Mataji next? Hare Krishna, Malati Mataji. If Mataji is not available, can I request Jahno Kanya Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, if we are in a katha, do we have to repeat the Om Namo Bhagavate, all of us? Each one of us?
It how you feel, Mataji, feel
Oh, I
comfortable.
see. I thought it covers everything. Yatha hi avahitum vaini daru swaka swayonishu nani bhakti vishvatma bhatishu cha tatha puman yataya vaito vaniri daru shveka swayunishu naneva bhakti vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman yataya vaito vaniri na darushvaika Shveka swayunishu nani swabhakti vishvasma bhuteshu cha tatha puman. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nicely recited, Mataji. Thank you so much. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji next?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. यथा ह्यवहितो बाहिर दारु स्वेका स्वयोनिषु नानेवा भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् यथा ह्यवहितो बाहिर दारु स्वेका स्वयोनिषु नानेवा भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्
यथा ह्यावहितो बाहिर्दारुष्वेकाशयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very fluently, nicely done. Thank you so much. Is Malati Mataji available?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, kindly recite 3 times.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Would you like to recite 3 times?
Okay, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. एथः अवहितो वह्निर् दौरस्य एकः सव्ययोनिषो नानेव वैति विश्वातं भूतेषु च तथा पुमन् एथः अवहितो वह्निर् दौरस्य एकः सव्ययोनिषो नानेव भैति विषप्तं भूतेषु च तथा पौमन एतः हे अवहितो वह्निर्दौरस्य एकः सव्ययोनिषो नानेव भैति विषप्तं भूतेषु च तथा पौमन. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry for mistake.
Hare Krishna. Nicely recited, Mataji. So you'll come out it very beautifully. So yata hi avhito vahnihi. So whenever here vahnihi. So here in this one, yata hyavhito. Here one verse, only one word. This word is coming like this. Up to this one word is combinedly here in the sense Devanagari Lipi. So here when we are splitting these words, vahnihi, here it is mentioning vahnir, but when we see the synonyms, it is vahnihi. That is yatahi avhito vahnihi darushvekaha swayonishu. And here we come when we are pronouncing combinedly darushvekaha swayonishu. If we wanted to take a breath in between these words, then darushu ekaha swayonishu. So then when you take breath, you need to pronounce like this, darushu. If I wanted to continuously do it, and darushvekaha, so it is continuously. Darushvekaha swayonishu naneva bhati viswatma. Naneva bhati viswatma. So it is straightforward, and there are again yes is giving in the few ways. This is sa and this is sa. This is swa and then this is shu. This is shu. This is comes as there are 3 s's. One is sa, sa, sha. Here this is the third sa. That is sha. And this is sa. And then this is again sha. And then this is sa. This is second sa. Viswatma. And this is yonishu. So likewise comes. This is again second and third sa. Shu. Bhuteshu cha tata puman. Tata and puman. So likewise, yata hi avhito vahnihi darushu ekaha swayonishu. Naneva bhati viswatma bhuteshu cha tata puman. So that is Sanskrit words. So now I request dear devotees, kindly take the turns for the synonyms to understand the context. Until then, you meditate on this verse, other devotees. Usha Mata, can I request Usha Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yata hi avahito vahnihi. So this is just what do you understand in this particular context where Sutta Goswami is saying just one line of statement.
Yatha, as much as he, exactly like avahitaha, surcharged with vahnihi, fire. So just like a fire, can't see in the, like, he's explaining like about the wood. We can't see the fire in the wood, but there is still the fire is there in the wood. So like exactly like some, yeah, yes, Prabhu, just it's
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Mataji. That is the inner meaning of it. And straight away as well. Thank you so much. Can I request Sharanya Mataji for the second line? Darushu ekaha swayonishu.
Hare Krishna. So Dharishu in wood, Ega one, Swayonishu, the source of manifestation. So just like in the wood, exactly like wood is surcharged with fire, we cannot see, but fire is there. Like that, the one, the supreme personality of Godhead, or the one person, the source of every manifestation. So Dharishu means in wood, Ega means the one supreme source of every manifestation. Yes, Prabhu, that is what is that, right? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. So the Lord has his Darushu ekaha swayonishu. And he is the only one source of manifestation. Swayonishu, the source of manifestation. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Radha Sevaka Mataji? Naneva bhati viswatma.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Naneva Bhati Vishvatma.
Yes.
Like different entities, Bhati illuminates, Vishvatma, the Lord. Sorry, my phone is this light just goes on my phone and then it just gets. The Lord is Paramatma. So the presence of the Lord is what causes the consciousness. So in every living entity, he pervades, and until he is there, then that thing is illuminated, so it comes into light. So so just like so he is the light behind each and everything. Because the light is there, because it's illuminated, therefore that thing has consciousness. The consciousness is caused by him. Otherwise, it's just dull matter. So I think there is this saying that when Lord, he is in something, he enters in. So he's already in something, he enters into something. So the light, the prakash, the stage, that he's that factor, and he, until his drishti is on something, that thing is matter only. It's only when he enters into it, or that he's already there, and then that light becomes increasingly I don't know if the word is to use low. He is that.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So the Lord is the super soul. He is the Viswatma. So he is the super soul, Naneva, and he reflects Naneva in it like different entities. Can I request next Meena Mataji?
Bhuteshu cha tathapuma. Bhuteshu in the living entity, cha and tat in the same way, Puman, the absolute person. It's, you cannot see, like in the wood there is a fire, but without a surcharge you cannot see. Similarly, like Lord is in each living entity, but you cannot see with material life or absolute
Your
person.
voice is too low, Mataji. You need to speak a bit
Sorry,
more.
I'm just saying that there is fire in the wood, but until we surcharge, you cannot see the fire. Similarly, like Lord is in all entity, like every entity, but within our eyes we cannot see, like but He's everywhere.
Yes, yeah, that is perfect. Thank you, Mataji. This is kind of this kind of statement will be repeated number of times when Krishna spoke in the Bhagavad Gita. Number of times this analogy is spoken, and in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so many times, at least 10-15 times would come again and again by Suta Goswami and Sukadev Goswami, Maitreya Rishi. Everyone they speak in a different Sanskrit words. So, for example, Swayonishu yata jyotihi ekam nana pratiyate yoninam gunavaishamya tatatma deha tatatma purushastada. So that is one kind of analogy. It is also same thing. Swayonishu yata jyotihi. There is the jyoti is the light, and it is only one. Swayonishu yata jyotihi ekam nana pratiyate. Only one would appear in different. If there is only one image and it will appear in the mirror, if there is only one mirror, it is only one. If the mirror is broke, it will become that many number of reflections of that image. That is yorinam gunavaishamya, because of the different qualities. Purusham tada, the people or number of living entities, they appear in different bodies like that. So here, this is speaking about the super soul. He is the only one, and when he is appearing, Bhuteshu Tadapuman, it is in all the living entities, inclusive of all insects, birds, beasts, and everything, humans, non-human beings, the trees, plants, movable, non-movable, only the super soul. So the Lord, in such a way, he pervades. So here in the previous verses, the Suta Goswami was saying that the Lord, he creates and he enters, and now he is giving the analogy how he is existing within this universe, the super soul, to control all these universal affairs. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Malati Mataji again to come to the first line to repeat? What do you understand from the first line? Yata hi avhito vahnihi. We can't hear you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Ramji. Yatha he avito varhi. Uh, that the that's exactly like Saraswati fire. As the God is in everyone heart, like the exactly like the sorry, bro.
Yes, Mataji. So this is the analogy giving. Whatever you have said, that is right. So just like a fire, it is a fire is in the word. Likewise, Suta Goswami is giving analogy here. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly trying. Can I request the Jahna Kanya Mataji? So just to take this second line of this verse.
Hare Krishna. So, what I understand this line to be, you in every living entity, living beings, as well as non-living beings, and so he is the power. It's as though when he's sitting in our heart, there he is Paramatma. So he's the super soul. So he has got every qualities and power to charge up our energy. To for instance, he gives an analogy of the fire and the wood. So the wood would not spark itself without energy. And so, even when we can't find a way, we can rub two stones and the spark would start the fire, and in a way it will radiate into flames and give us warmth and heat. So that is the Lord. That is the Lord, the energy, the super soul, the Paramatma, and in everything. And so it's saying here that how far you're an issue. So he's the what shall I say, the foundation, it's where we get everything from, the Paramatma, the Lord. So he is the one that caused everything to in being and functioning and for us to enjoy. Hare Krishna. That's what I can make of it. So he's in situ in our heart, and he is actually there for us to ignite. So when we ignite it, the energy and the the flame would come out, and we will get the benefit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah, it is the source of all the manifestations is only the same. Okay, can I request Gaurangi Mataji next? Nanyo Bhati Viswatma. This is the...
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Naneva Bhati Viswatma. Naneva is like different entities. Bhati illuminated Viswatma, the Lord as Paramatma. So, Nana means a kind of jiva, many kind of jivatma. Bhati means is light, illuminated. Light, God give us everybody light for He live with us like illuminated. Then Vishwatma is the Lord as Paramatma. He is supreme God ahead, so He live our body, everyone body. So He is Paramatma, Bhagwan. He doing all of Jivatma have uh, illuminated, Prabhuji. I cannot explain, Prabhuji.
Thank you
Sorry.
so much, Mataji. You did already. Excellent, Mataji. So, likewise, Sutta Goswami is giving analogy. So, whatever the wood we take, it has got a fire in it. Whatever the living entity we take it, not only the living entity, movable, non-movable, and which are having the soul without like even the rocks. Everything are part coming from the Swa Yonishu. They are coming from the same source of manifestation. Everything comes from the Lord. And here the Lord illuminates this entire universe. So he is, he appears to be of many varieties, and he is the source of a soul of this entire cosmic manifestation. He is absolute one without a second. So this is Yatahi Avhito Vahnihi Darushu Ekaha Swayonishu Naneva Bhati Viswatma Bhuteshu Cha Tata Puman. It is one analogy how the Lord existing in this universe. And also only this is here he is appearing comparing with the wood, and in the other way it is a light how he appears in the different living entities. Krishna gives like the sun is illuminating this entire universe. Likewise, the soul is illuminating the human body. So that is, these are all giving to understand the Atma Tattva and Super Soul as well, Paramatma, Atma. So now can I request all the devotees to take turns again? So can I request Usha Mataji to do, if you have remembered, and try without looking at it. Otherwise, you can do the 3 times recitation. Or if you have got any questions on the Sanskrit words, how they have been appeared, or to understand how that needs to be pronounced again, kindly say anything. Kindly.
Okay, okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so let us say Prabhu, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just try one time and then maybe without looking. Yathaya hito vahanir dharesu ekasvayoनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् यथा हि अवहितो वह्निर् दारुष्वेकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् यथा हि अवहितो वह्निर् दारुष्वेकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्. I just remember last line. Thank you.
So much, Mataji. Can I request Saranya Mataji next? If you have remembered, you can do without looking as well. Or how you
Hare
feel.
Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. I will try. यथा हि अवाहितो वाग्निर्धारुषु एकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तदा पुमान् यदा हि अवाहितो वाग्निर्धारुषो एकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तदा पुमान् यदा हि अवाहितो वाग्निर्दारुषु एकस्वयोनिषु ज्ञानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तदा पुमान्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely remembered and recited. Can I request next Radha Sevaka Mataji?
Prabhu, I'm gonna have to like peek.
Yeah.
Yatha hi avito vam darishu darushva ekaha yonishu nana ve bhavati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman yatha hi avito vanir darushva ekaha swayonishu naneva bhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman yatha hi avahito vanir दारिश्व एकः स्वयोनिषु नानैव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely recited. Can I request Meena Mataji next?
Me?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
यथा हि वहितो वाहि दारु स्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विस्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्. यथा हि वहितो वाहि दारु स्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विस्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्. यथा हि वहितो वाहि दारुस्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्.
Thank you, Mataji. So you remember and recited nicely.
Not all, little bit remember.
Yes. Yeah, that is endeavor to remember. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Jahnakanya Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I didn't realize the verse to do practice, so please forgive me. I'll be doing half and half, yeah.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yatha yavayato vaniri darushva shveka swayunishu nani vabhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman. Yatha hi avito vaniri darushvaika yonishu nani vabhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman. Yatha hi avito vainiri darushvaika swayunishu nani vabhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatha puman. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful, Mataji. You did it. Thank you so much. Can I request Gauringe Mataji next?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yatha ya abahito bahira darisuka yonisu darisuka yonisu nani vabhati viswatma mamika nani vabhati viswatma. This one I cancel. Bhutesu cha tatha puman. Yatha ava hito bahira darisuka sonesu nani vabhati viswatma. This one again. Not see Prabhuji. Bhutesu cha tatha puman. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Once more, Mataji.
Once more, okay. यथा हया अभिहितो बाहिर दारु स्वेका सोनेषु नानी भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान्.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mataji. So that is Yatahi Avhito Vahnihi Darushvekah Swayonishu Naneva Bhati Viswatma Bhuteshu Cha Tatapuman. There is a tiny
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Can I just ask one little question?
Yes,
Now we say Vaniri, yeah?
yes.
Why don't we say Pumana?
This is Puman. There is no
Puma.
A at the end.
Because the A has got okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. And here when Vishwatma, there is a at the end it is there. So Vishwatma, it comes like
Yeah. You prolong the A,
yes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Man and Ma. I just thought because of the acronym at the end.
Yes, Mataji.
You have to add the A again, but it's okay because you got that on the A. Yeah, the top of the A. Haribo.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions, dear devotees, in this Sanskrit verses? Are the words or synonyms? Okay, perfect. So that is how the Sanskrit learners, if one has learned it, they don't have any questions. Can I request any volunteer to read the purport?
Shall I, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by one of his plenary parts, expands himself all over the material world, and his existence can be perceived even within the atomic energy. Matter, antimatter, proton, neutron, etc., all are different effects. All different effects of the Paramatma feature of the Lord. As from wood, fire can be manifested, or as butter can be churned out of milk, so also the presence of the Lord as Paramatma can be felt by the process of legitimate hearing and chanting of the transcendental subjects, which are especially treated in the Vedic literatures like the Upanishads and the Vedanta. Srimad Bhagavatam is the bona fide explanation of these Vedic literatures. The Lord can be realized through the oral reception of the transcendental message, and that is the only way to experience the transcendental subject. As fire is kindled from wood by another fire, the divine consciousness of man can similarly be kindled by another divine grace. His divine grace, the spiritual master, can kindle the spiritual fire from the wood-like living entity by impairing proper spiritual messages injected through the receptive air. Therefore, one is required to approach the proper spiritual master with receptive ears only, and thus divine existence is gradually realized. The difference between animality and humanity lies in this process only. A human being can hear properly, whereas an animal cannot. Hare Krishna, wonderful.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here Prabhupada mentions, so all these Vedic literatures like Upanishads, Vedanta, so Prabhupada mentions the presence of the Lord as Paramatma can be felt by the process of legitimate hearing and chanting of the transcendental subjects, which are especially treated in the Vedic literatures like the Upanishads and Vedanta. So, in all these things, one has to feel the Lord's presence everywhere. Pravishanti akuto bhayam. He is free from all kinds of fears. Akuto bhayam. No more fear of death. No more fear of old age or disease or anything else. What is happening in and around us, it is under the will of the Supreme Lord only. What is my duty right now? Am I acting according to the Krishna's instruction, or am I going because I like this one, I wanted to engage myself like this? So that is difference. That will not, if we go in our own way, that is the darkness. If we just going and taking the oral reception of the spirit transcendental knowledge from the spirit bona fide spiritual master, that would kindle the spiritual fire from the wood-like living entity by imparting proper spiritual message injected through the receptive ears. Likewise, when we hear, we awaken ourselves, the real spiritual form, that we are not different from the inequality with the Lord. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So that is about the purport, and Sadhu Goswami is explaining. Prabhupada is giving more explanations for our conditioned souls to understand easily. That is the difference between animal and human. Human can hear and realize, but animal cannot. Okay, so that is from the Sloka learning. It is a beautiful verse. So we have got few more verses, and we cover only second chapter and third chapter only. But after that, we need to see whether we need to cover or not later on. After seeing, it is kind of a to see how the devotees are improving their Sanskrit and the words and the familiarity. We'll take inputs after third chapter is completed. Thank you so much, Mataji, everyone. So if you're all happy, we will move on to Ramayana. So just we are already 7:48. Maybe we will cover at least some part of it. May not be full. So here in the Ramayana, so Vishwamitra, after he performed all the sacrifices under the protection of Rama and Lakshmana, and there are so many other demons that also were killed. And when they were later on, Vishwamitra was taking Rama and Lakshmana through different areas, and then Rama and Lakshmana were asking so many questions from the sage, and sage Vishwamitra was explaining with great pleasure to the children, Rama and Lakshmana, and that is the way of exchanges between the Lord and the devotee. So, and then they are traveling towards the Mithila Nagara, where Janaka is there, and he is performing there is a Swayamvara ceremony, Swayamvara competitions. So such kind of things are going on. So he is now going there. So that is where we have ended. So glory. And then Vishwamitra was on that night in the last session. Vishwamitra was the evening passed as Vishwamitra told these other tales. Seeing the onset of night, the sage at last said, "The beasts and birds are buried in deep sleep, and all the quarters stand enveloped in darkness. The firmament shines brightly with stars as though covered with innumerable eyes. Here rises the moon, dispelling the darkness of the world and spreading his soothing rays all around. Fearful hosts of nocturnal fiends are freely roaming here and there. Let us rest, ready for our renewed journey tomorrow." And glorifying Vishwamitra, the brothers lay down and quoted sleep out at the sage's stories. This is the happy how one has to sleep, hearing all the transcendental pastimes relating to the Lord. So that is where Vamana Devas, after subduing Bali, and Vamana Deva rested on that particular place that Vishwamitra was explaining. And that's why it was so pleasant. Rama was saying it is so pleasant. And Vishwamitra is saying those things, and they are very happy. And then likewise, if we give the children such kind of telling these stories, they will sleep very peacefully and very enlightening with the transcendental knowledge. Okay, so now we see the chapter 4, the trial of strength. So here Lord Rama and Lakshmana, they're going to see what this it is the bow of, is that the bow of Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu? Can anyone say?
Is it that it is more
I can't hear you, Mataji.
and that one gave the other the bow?
Yes. So this is one is the Shiva Dhanasu and another one is the Vishnu Dhanasu. So there are two bows. One is the Lord Shankara's and another one is the Vishnu's. Vishnu's is called Vishnu Chapam. That is with Parashurama. And this is Shiva Dhanasu. It is with Janaka now. So we shall see how those pastimes will be revealed. So now can I request dear devotees, take the turns like as we went through alphabetical reverse order. Can I request Abusha Mataji to read first few lines?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. The first two paragraph, Prabhu?
Until 3 paragraphs, Mataji.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, Hare Krishna. The trial of strength. A beautiful sunrise over the sun heralded the dawn. The sounds of birds and forest animals filled the air as the sages and the princes bathed in the river. After performing their morning rituals and prayers, the boys came before Vishwamitra. The sage pointed to the river and said, "Here we should cross the river and make our way north northwards to the Ganges." The boys looked around and saw nearby a line of sages holding their water pots sorry, and staffets, uh, wading through the water at some shallow points. Rama and Lakshmana fastened their silk garments up around their waist and placed their bows across the shoulders. And then, with Vishwamitra going immediately before them, they followed the sage through the clear, cool waters of the zone. After some time, they sight the Ganges shining in the late afternoon sun, appearing in the distance like a line of gold running across the landscape. Upon reaching the river bank, they broke their journey and prepared to rest for the night. After worshipping the river with libations of water and lighting the sacred fire, the boys sat before Vishwamitra and inquired, "O holy sage, we wish to hear of the origin of this great river, which arises at the Himalayas from the heavens, flows across the earth, and it is uh, heard, courses even through hell itself. How has this river become so holy, and why does the spirit spread her influence through all the three worlds?"
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So now Rama and Lakshmana, they woke up in the morning and Vishwamitra with a very beautiful Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sanja Pravattate. So with a nice hymn, so he woke up Rama and Lakshmana. So after that, their morning rituals, and then they started their journey. And they see there are also some sages, and it is generally we follow the whoever is already following. when they're crossing the river, they are looking for it. It is following to find the shallow waters. And then Vishwamitra is going in the front, and then the boys followed in the behind. So likewise, their journey is going. Now again, here Rama and Lakshmana, they're asking questions, beautiful questions about the appearance of Ganges river here, which flows like Mandakini in the heavenly planets, Ganga river in the earthly planet, and Bhogavati in the lower planets, and Virija in the spiritual planet. So likewise, in all the four planets, spiritual, heavenly planets, and the earth, and then lower planetary systems. This is Mother Ganges. And now Rama and Lakshmana, they're asking questions. Please tell the story of it. So now we shall move on to next. So can I request Sharanya Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Moved by this question, Vishwamitra called to mind the glories of the Ganges and began to speak. So, see Appendix 1, the story of the river Ganges. In flowing and beautiful Sanskrit verse, Vishwamitra narrated at length the history of the sacred river. When he was finished, the princes were wonderstruck, asking the sage again and again to continue speaking. The brothers listened all night as Vishwamitra recounted various other stories of the gods and demons. Other paragraph also?
Yes, Mataji. So 3 paragraphs.
Okay. The following morning, they went towards the northeast, heading for Mithila. Gradually, the forest path gave way to the roads laid with stones that led to the city. The forest opened to the fields of crops. As they came closer to Mithila, they saw well-planned gardens and groves with seeds and fountains. The sound of wild animals were replaced with the clamor of people in the city. Shouts of children and rumbling of horse-drawn chariots greeted them as they entered the gates of Mithila. Huge elephants swayed along majestically, with smiling people waving from the howdahs on their backs. Gazing about them, the travelers saw the golden domes of innumerable temples, along with many mansions of brilliant white stone. Along the roadside were shops displaying countless varieties of fruits, vegetables, and all kinds of sweetmeats. Other vendors displayed rows of shining gems looking like number of rainbows. Everyone called out respectfully greeting as the party moved slowly past. As they went along the wide, smooth road, they were met by the king's ministers who had already been informed of their arrival. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So as the brothers and they are following Vishwamitra, and he is telling all those stories and further. And then when going towards the northeast, they went to Mithila, and the city is opulent. We see from the Ramayana period, which is millions of years ago, at least couple of millions of years. So this we are in the 28th cycle of Mahayuga. Out of Mahayuga contains 1,000 yugas. Out of 1,000 yugas, each 71 yugas are ruled by one Manu. So we are in the Vaivashvata Manu. And here within this Vaivashvata Manu, we are in the 28th cycle. But when Valmiki Ramayana, it is said that it belongs to 24th cycle. That is Valmiki Ramayana. But of course, and here in the 28th cycle, Dwapare Samanu Prapte Tritiya Yuga Paryaye. So at that time, actually Dva means second. Through Tritiya means 3. The yugas are, first one is the Kruta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, third one is the Treta Yuga, fourth one is the Kali Yuga. That is the normal pattern. But because Krishna's appearance, Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga, they were overlapped. So that's why Treta Yuga appeared little bit front, and then Dwapara Yuga. So if you think that Dwapara Yuga is of 1.2 million years, Treta Yuga is of 800,000 years, then Treta Yuga comes first, and Dwapara Yuga still has got next 400,000 years as separate at the end of the Treta Yuga. So that is overlapping. So it is just kind of a technical or logic, but that is overlapping in this cycle for Krishna's appearance. So here, when we are seeing the city is without so much of opulent and many mansions and the sweetmeats and everything are explaining very carefully. That is Valmiki Ramayana. We are reading the civilization has been there so many millions years ago. Some people misconceptions that it is that recently only, maybe 100 years or 1,000 years ago also. 1,000 years ago it existed, but it is not the case. So it is there for long time. Okay, that is the opulence of the Mithila.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Can I
Krishna.
just? How is it different than any kind of what shall I say, sacred travel, going to sacred places? Then as well as nowadays, is much the same, isn't it?
Yes, it is the same. But
Yes, you can notice all the thing is it's
yes,
telling you, do we notice all these things?
yes.
Yeah.
It
Hare
is
Krishna.
mentioned very, yes, Mataji. And here people, whenever the guests are going on in villages or something, we see with nice, brilliant, the royal dresses, Ram and Lakshmana are going, and then under behind the sage, everyone give attention and then welcome them. That is the custom of everyone.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Radha Sevaka Mataji to go for until here?
Headed by Vishwamitra and the princes, the party was led along the main highway to Janaka's palace. People thronged the sides of the road to gaze upon the famous sage and his two illustrious charges. As they looked upon the powerful princes, some of them guessed that they might be the sons of the Emperor Dashrath. The people wondered what had brought the princes to Mithila. Were they going to attempt to string the king's great bow? As Rama smiled at the people, they were filled with a desire to see this handsome, powerful prince with Sita's hand. Janaka personally came out to greet them, accompanied by his priests and counselors. He immediately fell at Vishwamitra's feet and had him brought into the palace, where he offered him and the two princes golden seats. The king had water fetched for washing their feet and personally performed the ceremony. Once the formalities were complete, a meal was offered to the sage and the princes. As they sat on the floor, on silk rugs, ivory tables were placed in front of them. Gold and silver dishes were fetched, containing choices of food of every description. They ate heartily, and when they were finished, Janaka said to Vishwamitra, "Great indeed is my good fortune today, for I see before me your holy self. I am blessed by your presence. Tell me, who are these two boys accompanying you? They appear like two powerful tigers, and they rival the gods in beauty and grace. What brings you here to my house, along with these boys equipped with weapons?"
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this is when we are going through the beauty of reading, and everyone are wonderstruck by looking at this Rama and Lakshmana, they're powerful princes, and they were thinking they have already guessed they are the sons of Emperor Dasharatha, and also they were thinking whether they are going to sting the king's bow, and then they are going to win the hand of Sita. So likewise, some of guessing, and Janaka has been were mentioned by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. He is the one of the person, Grihastha, and he is also one of the Mahajana. So here, how he is acting, all his acts are to be followed as well. And as soon as he sees Vishwamitra, and then what he did, he fell at Vishwamitra's feet and had him brought into the palace. This is what one has to do when he sees the saintly people. This is yesham sam anusmaranat pumsam sadhya suddhyantve grahaha kim punadarshana sparsha pada sauch asanadibihi. So just by hearing the names itself, one will be purified with all home and all circumstances, family, environment. What to speak of touching his lotus feet, giving asana and argya, padya, and everything else. So that is here Janaka is following those things exactly. And then he offered him the two princess golden seats. The king had water fetched for washing their feet and personally performed ceremony. So this is a very beautiful thing that Janaka is a yadyadacharite shreshtaha tattaddevetaro naraha. One will follow, the great personality follows. And then he has offered all great meals to Rama, Lakshmana, and Vishwamitra. They took and here's Prabhupada mentioned, it is of foods of every description. This is also, we could see some when the guests all coming in, how the food is offered. And then now, after they are sitting, now Janaka started asking questions. It is my good fortune today, and I see before me your holy self. Please tell me. So this is once we receive the guests, and we don't ask all questions in the beginning itself. First of all, receive them and then make them seated comfortably and everything. When they're sitting, then we will go in front of them and then inquire. And also here, Janaka is inquiring about the two powerful tigers, that is Rama and Lakshmana. They are in they rival the gods in beauty and grace. Then he is asking further questions. Who are these boys? Okay. Now can I request next Meena Mataji?
Hare Krishna. The king had waited until the travelers were rested and refreshed before making his inquiries. Vishwamitra told him all about the boys and how they had disposed of the Rakshasa in the forest. They had come now to see the famous vow. Janaka was thrilled to hear that they were princes from Ayodhya. Nothing could be better than an alliance with Dasratha's line. If only Rama could pass the test of the bow. At the point, Santananda, Janaka's head priest spoke to the princess. After welcoming them, he began to narrate the history of Vishwamitra. Santananda was himself a great ascetic. He knew Vishwamitra well, having previously spent time with him in his hermitage. Seeing the famous sage again, Santananda felt inspired by affection to speak of his glorious, looking upon the beautiful face of Rama and Lakshmana, who sat enraptured by his speech. The priest told the story of Vishwamitra, who had performed difficult asceticism for thousands of years. See Appendix 2, the history of Vishwamitra. He told them how the sage has once been a great king, and after practicing tenderness austerities, had been blessed by Brahma to become a powerful rishi. When Satananda finish his astonishing tale, everyone gazed with awe at Vishwamitra, who sat flanked by the princess, his mind absorbed in thought of the Supreme Lord. Janaka approached the influential rishi and spoke to him with joined palms. I stand blessed by your appearance, O holy sage. This account of your many glories has filled up my mind with wonder. Indeed, I could go on hearing it again and again, but dusk has now fallen, and I beg your leave. Let us meet again in the morning, and it will be my very great delight to satisfy your every desire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here, what we see the behavior of Janaka. He waited until the travelers were rested and refreshed. And also, Vishwamitra told him all about the boys, how they have. Here, Vishwamitra is giving description of Ram and Lakshmana and how their pastimes, and how they had come to see the famous bow. And Janaka is now encouraged and thrilled to hear that they are the princes from Ayodhya. So now Janaka has got some hopes that he wanted to have a alliance with Dasharatha's line. And now Satananda, he is the Janaka's head priest. So he is now started looking at the princess, and he is going to he know the Vishwamitra. There is a pastime with Satananda and Vishwamitra. He is now glorifying Vishwamitra, the sage, about his pastimes. Even the Vishwamitra was the king. He is the son of Gadi. And also when he went to see Vasistha, and then seeing the Brahmanical powers of Vasistha, he wanted to become like Vasistha. So, and then he went, first of all, he wanted to defeat Vasistha. And later on, he went to Lord Shankar and asked for weapons. He got all kinds of weapons, but those weapons cannot defeat Vasistha. Again, he went and meditate for hundreds of thousands of years. And then he became later on Brahma blessed him. Number of the Brahma came twice. Once he came, then he said, "You are a Rajarshi. Now you are a Rishi in the king like Rishi." Later on, he is not satisfied, and then he just again said, and then very severe austerities. It is very difficult to think of it. And then again Brahma came. Now you are Brahmarshi. You are Brahmarshi. That is Vishwamitra's position. All those glories are explained by Satananda. And now, so now it is for Rama and Lakshmana with Vishwamitra. Rama and Lakshmana, they haven't gone to those details of Vishwamitra yet. They're just following. Now Satananda glorified their guru, Vishwamitra. Now they're also looking at Vishwamitra now. And after hearing, Janaka he is also feeling with so much of wonder. But all these things are happening. Time has come to the sleep. It is already dusk. So here, once again, it is the behavior whenever the guests are there or speakers are there. Guests are there, we need to receive them properly and also give them free time to rest again. So again, then he take a leave, and then he would see the guests in the next day morning. So this is the following the time. So the discipline. See, Janaka is very disciplined behavior. Okay, so we should not be loosely talking or just because I like it. Not that one. So only if it is needed and follow the time things that we learn from the great authorities. Just he is Mahajana, one of the 12 Mahajans, Janaka. And everyone are in the Mahajanas. They are Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami. They are all transcendentalists. And Bhishma Deva and Bali Chakravarti, Janaka, so and Prahlada, they are the pure devotees. So that is we learn from them. We got every description of the devotees in the past to follow in their footsteps. Okay, so can I request next Jehna Kanya Mataji?
You want me to read again?
Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, Haribol. Janaka, along with his ministers and priests, circumambulated Vishwamitra in respect and then departed. After performing their evening rituals and prayers, Vishwamitra and Mitra and the princess rested for a night in the king's palace. The following morning, Janaka again came before Vishwamitra. He bowed down before the sage and touched his feet, asking in a pleasing voice, "Please instruct me what I should do for you today, O sinless one. You are worthy of in every way of receiving my service." Hearing these words from the virtuous and gentle king, Vishvamitra asked that they now be shown the bow. Janaka assented. But before taking them to see the bow, he described its history. Long past in a former age, the bow had belonged to Shiva. That deity had become angry with the other gods when they had denied him a share of their sacrificial offerings made by the sages. Shiva had threatened them with the bow, saying, "I shall now sever your worshipable heads. I shall now sever your worshipable heads from your bodies. Stand steady on the battlefield if you have any valor." But the gods relented and quickly worshipped the infuriated Shiva. They had managed to appease him, whereupon he gave the bow to them. The famous bow was then given by the gods to Janaka's ancestor, Devarata, after he had fought for them in a battle against the demons. It had since been kept in the king's family, being worshipped as if it were Shiva himself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Janaka is after the guests, Vishwamitra and Rama and Lakshmana. In the morning, they have got prepared, and now at that time, Janaka has come and see, what should I do for you? And Vishwamitra said, so please show the bow to Rama and Lakshmana. So he just wanted to show it. And then, so he is asking with very humble manner, Janaka. And then before showing it, here Janaka is giving the history of the bow. It is a Sivadhanasu, and how he has received. It is very beautiful pastimes. And also we also understand here, Lord Shiva is angry with the other gods when they had denied him a share of sacrificial offerings. Okay, we will see those things in the later part. Now, the Sivadhanasu, it has come from the demigods to Devarata, and then from Devarata, who is ancestor to Janakas. So now it is with Janaka. So we shall continue one more paragraph. We are already 20 minutes past. So can I request Gauringi Mataji next? Hare Krishna Mataji. Gauringi Mataji. Hare Krishna Gauringi Mataji. Okay, if Mataji is not available, so we shall stop here. So I think this is where we understand it is the bow of Vishnu. So we shall stop here and then we'll continue in the next Sunday. There is a further, so we cannot complete in everything. So it seems only 30% of it. We shall cover next week. Okay, thank you so much. And I also request any reflections or anything that dear devotees you wanted to mention or comment, add, or you wanted to ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Go on, Mataji.
Okay, there's a stand ready on the battlefield if you have any valor. What's the meaning of valor?
So here, the story is there is a sacrifice is going on, and in that sacrifice, they have denied the sacrificial offerings to Lord Shiva. At the time, Shiva was very angry. They are not following the scriptural injunctions. So at the time, Shiva wanted to fight with them. He took the bow, with the bow saying, I shall now sever your worshipable heads from your bodies. He would like to kill all the demigods and the sages who are performing that sacrifice. That is called Nirishwara Yajna. So without Shiva, they are performing. But when we are performing any yajna, we have to follow the sastric injunctions. That each demigod has got their offerings, but Vishnu is the Yajna Purusha. So that is main thing. And then all of the demigods also will be invited to that sacrifice, and we offer all the oblations. So here, and when their demigods are not offering that, giving the share that of sacrificial offerings, then Lord Shiva got angry. I shall now sever your worshipable heads from your body. Stand ready on battlefield if you have got any strength to stand before me, like that. It's challenging words. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I please just ask, why is it that, like, Lord Shiva, he's like Param Vaishnava, he does, he drinks poison for us, he does all these things to save humanity, Krishna loves him the most. So why is it that people still don't show him that same respect that he's due? Like, even the demigods, I mean, like, really?
So here, Lord Shankara is he is the father of this universe, and Mother Parvati, she is the mother, and Lord Shankara is the father. They are the first father and mother. And how the Lord Shankara has appeared? He appeared through whenever Brahma has got angry towards the Kumaras, that they did not accept the instruction to expand the progeny. And due to that anger, so Lord Shankara was born from the eyebrows of Brahma. And then he was crying for loudly, and that's why his name was Rudra. And later on, Lord Brahma asked him to go and expand progeny, and then he gave the places and his wives, who are the wives, and the places where he can live. And then when he was asked to expand the progeny, Lord Shankara was expanding both the Pet, Pisacha, and Postman, all kinds of descriptions, and they were devouring the universe. At the time, Brahma said to Lord Shankara, my dear son, enough. You have done enough. Now you go and engage yourself in the meditation. And then unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So likewise, Lord Shiva engaging always in the meditation only. He is Sattvam Vasudev Sabdikam. Yedite Puman Apavritaha Tasmin So it is when in his mind he's always thinking of the Vasudeva. Hidiyate Bhagavan Vidhiyate. So that Vasudeva, he appears in his mind as soon as he thinks. Likewise, he always absorbs. That is his meditation. And where does he live? He is in the graveyard to pacify all these, both the preta, the pisachas, all these kinds of people. They are just going on to the villages and towns. They not to disturb all those things and giving them shelter. He dances for all of them, and he engages himself in the meditation to the Supreme Lord. That's why he is the most dear, and why he is doing that. And also, he is compassionate to the low fallen souls like all the bhutas, pretas, pisachas, and everything. He is such a compassionate. And if there is no one there to look after those things, then where do they go? They are also living entities like everyone else, but they don't have a material body yet. Some are having material body, but it is a very fearful body. Who would accept them as a child? So Lord Shankara is so compassionate. So, and that is one is he's a devotee of Lord Krishna, and he is yet that is mentioned. He is the Vaishnavanam Yatashambhu. And sometimes when he, in terms of other way around, in another angle, he is the deity for mode of ignorance. And people who have got more of ideas, demonic natures, they who wanted to fulfill their desires, they approach Lord Shankara. He is also called Bola Shankara sometimes. He will be very pleased very quickly, and he give benedictions. Because of those things, we see the demonic pastimes, how, for example, Urukasura and all those things. But his position is always, he is yata he is the yogurt form of Krishna, like for the universal affairs. He is different but non-different in another way. Yogurt comes from milk, but it is not milk. Likewise, he comes from Krishna, but not Krishna.
So
That
is
is,
there like sadness in him? Is there like pain in him? Because is there also if that also